I'm Rick.
And I'm Dave.
And we're live.
The red light disappears.
Yeah, the red light disappears when it's on. So you see the counting right now? That means we're recording. Yeah.
Are we back?
We're back. We're back.
Okay. We're not front.
No.
We're back.
We're back. Yeah.
Isn't it backwards?
Should we say we're front?
Aha, we're front. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've got a great topic this week. Good topic. I think it's wonderful, life-giving, inspiring.
So I don't need to build him up because we already got his confidence where we need to from last week.
That's right. Here's the topic for this week. Can you think of a story when you have failed as a dad? And maybe there's something we can learn together to get 1% better from our example, our story of failing as a dad.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. Because I got a good one.
You have a good one?
I mean, not to hog the mic, but I got a good one.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, we
Yeah.
can't speak for everybody out there, but for we're both dads.
Yeah.
And we kind of take it a little bit seriously, or at least I do. I can't speak for Rick, but I take being a dad seriously.
Yeah, so do I, yeah. I love it. I love being a dad. It's awesome.
So failing...
I don't actually remember not well who I was before I became a dad. I'm serious. It's like I became a new person when I became a dad. It's like it changed me so much. Yeah.
Well, I've got a two-stage dad process. Because I became a dad over 29 years ago.
Oh, right.
And then I became a dad over 14 years ago. So it was kind of a two-stage dad thing.
Okay.
But yes, failing is something that,
we're good at.
Yes.
I'm really good at failing as a dad.
There's that expression called fail forward.
Yeah. No.
I think I'm the king of that.
I got 2 teenagers now, so I am really good at failing as a dad. Just ask my teens. They'll tell you I'm really good at failing as a dad.
Well, speaking of teenagers, is there something recent maybe as a teenager that you've had to deal with?
So my 16-year-old, he got his G1. Yeah. And then I wanted to celebrate the instance of a G1. So we booked an entire weekend off. Just he and I and my wife and the girls went to family or something. I don't remember what they did. That's not the important part of the story.
No,
the important part is that Luke and I, my son and I, we got to spend some quality time together. So he got his G1, and we were pretty close. And I okay, we're just going to spend the whole day just driving around. And so I went to this back road, and we just practiced, just straight, right? Just practice going back and forth. It was fine. And so I drove us down the highway. After that, it was a wonderful experience. Drove down the highway, went to a neighborhood, into like a residential area, right, where there's a couple of cars parked along the side of the road, and maybe a couple of people walking along the sidewalk. And then I said, "Okay, pal, get in. It's your turn."
Wait. He didn't drive at all yet?
He did. On the back road, he did.
On the straightway.
Yeah. But then we wanted to, he was done, right? So, okay, that's enough. I've had enough. So I drove back home, and then round 2 was, I should have explained it better, round 2 was in a neighborhood, and I think I freaked him out. I totally freaked him out.
But you were thinking that this is awesome.
Yeah.
Father-son bonding moment.
Yeah.
Dad passing it on to his son.
Yeah, because those moments are so rare now, right? Like when our kids turn to be teenagers, it feels like I lost my shadow. Because he and I, we were so close as he was growing up, right? Because there's 3 girls and 1 boy. So he and I, we spent a lot of alone time, right? Yeah. Time together. And now that he's a teenager, he's his own man now, getting independent, right? So I'm looking for these opportunities to grow together and keep that bond. And it's not working. So he's driving, and I totally freaked him out. Too much, too fast. And and he's so angry at me for pushing him so hard. And then
so where is he in the driver's seat right now?
Yeah, so he's in the driver's seat. You mean currently right now?
Not currently right now.
You mean in the story?
He better not be driving right now because you're right here.
No. So in the story...
Still have his G1?
He still has G1, yeah.
So he can't drive by himself?
No.
So he better be in the house?
He better... Or if he's home, yeah.
Or not driving?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, I drove him through the...
Wait. Oh, I got my car keys. It's okay.
He drove around. We were done. He's so frustrated. He was not happy with me at all. My wife found out that I pushed him a little bit too hard, as he tells it. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. But as he tells it, I pushed him too hard. And I guess his voice matters more, I guess, because he's the one that experienced that, right? And so then my wife got mad at me. And so that was a moment of, I felt of utter failure, not just because I stressed him out so much that he doesn't actually really want to drive anymore. But also...
Could be a good thing.
Also, I bailed, or I failed in this opportunity for he and I to connect, because that's what I was really hoping for. And I totally fumbled it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I find lots of ways to fumble as a dad. But you know what? Here's what... I don't know if I learned anything from that. I'll tell you what went bad. Because we're going to say what went bad, what went good, what do we learn, right? Because we're trying to get 1% better.
So we're gonna switch it up this time.
Oh, you're going to ask?
No. What went bad?
Yeah. Do you have a story?
Not really, but my question to you is...
Yeah.
I have at home right now, I have 2 girls and a boy. It's always a struggle to spend the right amount of time with each other because, you spend time with one of them a little bit too much, then the other 2 are thinking that one's more favorite than the other. Yeah. So what about you? You've got 4.
3 girls and a boy, yeah. We're
4
both
kids
outnumbered, yeah. Yeah. Now, do you have many opportunities to fail as a dad too?
Pretty much daily.
Yeah.
The opportunity is always there.
Yeah.
So I have a blended family. So things are a little bit different with me. I have a stepdaughter that lives with me, or lives with my wife and I all the time. Yeah. And I love her dearly. Yeah. Every morning, she's not a morning person, but every morning she gets up, she comes downstairs. And right now, she has to get up at 6 a.m. to catch the bus. Right, for 7 o'clock. So she comes down. Yeah. Not that it doesn't really matter. She can come down at 9:30 in the morning. It doesn't matter. And I always say, "Good morning, Am. How are you?" And that's what I get. Nothing.
Yeah.
But you know what? I keep doing it because I know she cares. I know she hears me. Yeah. And it's just me telling her that, you know what? Maybe I'm not saying I love you, but it's, oh no, there's that feeling thing again.
Yeah.
Feelings are coming out. It's 2 podcasts in a row where anyways, so I know she knows I care because I say that. I know that really isn't a failing part, but
you're met with this kind of brick wall almost, and you say hi, but you get nothing back. But you keep on doing it.
I suppose
you keep on doing it though, because for you just want to make sure that she knows that you're present, you're attentive, you care for her, and you just want her to know that line of communication stays open, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's. Yeah, exactly. So which is kind of like what I was trying to do with Luke. Just want to know that the line of communication here is open. We got this relationship here. And then, so mine was a little bit more negative than yours, though. Yeah. So,
okay. So before we get into what went bad, so what good were you able to draw from that experience?
I'm still waiting for something good to come from that experience.
Well, timeline. How long?
Okay. So it's been, 3, 4, 5 weeks, something like that. I don't remember. 5 weeks, I guess.
It's still pretty fresh.
Still pretty fresh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's no more anger there anymore. Yeah. But
so the eyes don't shoot lasers at you when he walks down.
No, but it's still one of those things where they keep on doing these little jabs at me. It's like Luke would be driving right now if you hadn't have pressed him so quickly. Those little jabs are still coming at me. Ooh. Yeah, I think the good thing that came out of this is I might do it a little differently when the next one comes.
There you go.
I feel sorry for our oldest because we make a lot of mistakes on our oldest ones. Maybe that's why we spoil them so much. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. I guess the good thing is that we kind of recovered, and he still has occasionally got back into the van. So that failure wasn't permanent, right? It was the failure kind of lasted a few weeks, and then he's back to himself, and we're out driving every now and then. Okay, and driving at the moment isn't his thing, and so I just need to be mindful of what is his thing and what's not his thing, and not press him too much. I think really that's what I'm learning through that, because the negative thing that came out of it is I had expectations. that I wanted this to be a great dad bonding thing, right? And I thought we were going to have a great weekend. We're going to drive all over the place. We're going to go get burgers, milkshakes, whatever he wants. And we're going to have a great time. And he's going to drive us to wherever, to a video game store. And we're going to, whatever, And that totally nothing. So like, yeah, the next day he barely talked to me. It's like, oh man. Yeah. So my expectations, I need to calm down. I can't push my expectations of my son, because then I'm expecting him to meet my relational needs, and I can't do that. So I think that's the big deal problem that I did in that scenario. So the good news is, I guess I've learned that I can put my expectations on him, and I need to stop doing that. I need to recognize who he is and let him be himself and give him more space. And that's what I'm learning right now with him. Give him more space. And that's all I can, as he's becoming his own man, right?
Yeah, well, you touched on something that's really interesting.
Sucks, by the way.
Him becoming a man.
Yeah.
Because he'll probably be taller than you, too. So that'll really suck. But
you know we're the exact same height right now? He's so sad about that.
He's probably taller because he's got more hair than you.
Okay, so here's what we actually do. Okay, if you want to just get real about this, here's what we do. We stand back to back, and my wife comes along, and she pushes down on his, not on mine, on his hair. And then we get a level, pushing down on each other's heads.
Oh, okay.
And we are pretty much the same identical height.
Okay.
Which saddens him, because I wanted him to be taller than me too. But
well, there's still time. Well, what's interesting is, because you kind of touched on it. We as parents, fathers, we put expectations on our kids and on ourselves, on the relationships.
Yeah.
Hearing your driving story versus my good morning story, it doesn't seem like to be in the same ballpark. But what was interesting, when I first started doing it with Emma, it actually hurt a little bit, because I kept saying, good morning, try to give her a bright smile in the morning, and nothing. So I had to kind of, just get over that expectation that I had and say, you know what, just the fact that she didn't say anything negative to me is a positive.
Yeah. We both, that's interesting. We both had expectations on our teenagers. And sort of we were hoping that there would be some kind of reciprocal response here, where they would then feed back to us the relationship that we wanted. And I guess our expectations are what they shouldn't be right now. What is that? That's countertransference, I think, right? We're transferring our...
What? Wait. Explain this to me.
Countertransference. In psychotherapy, if I was your therapist, countertransference.
Are you saying I need therapy?
You might. I'm not saying that, but do you want to?
I need therapy.
Do you feel that? Is that what you feel? How do you feel about it? Do you want to talk about this? Let's talk about this.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about your mother. Countertransference.
Lovely woman. She's a lovely woman. Okay.
She is. I like your mom. She's awesome. Yeah. So
what's the word again?
Countertransference. So
countertransference.
It's where when I'm working with somebody else, suddenly I start getting my needs met through them. So I look forward to somebody that I'm supposed to be serving. I look forward to them coming because they give me back happiness. They make me feel good. They say good stuff about me. It boosts my ego. So I'm no longer in the relationship for them. It's just all about me now. So I think
selfish thing. Yeah. Okay.
Selfish thing. It's a selfish thing. That's right. It's turning it around. So I think that maybe I know I have as dads, countertransference, where I'm still the dad. I'm still the one supposed to be giving. I'm still the one who's supposed to be building him up. And yet I had this moment, because now that he's getting to be this big man, I'm kind of assuming that he's going to start getting a little bit more adult-like in his relationship. I'm hoping that he's going to give something a little bit more back to me in terms of like a friendship. Like, hey, let's reciprocate here. Maybe let's be buds. That's countertransference. I can't expect that from. I still need to stay in the dad mode and allow him to be himself without expecting him to meet my relational needs. Like I can't put that on him, and I think that I did put and I do put that on him. So I'm learning not to. Yeah, new word, new phrase, a countertransference. I learned it fairly recently too. Just last year, it's a new thing for me too. I know. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's my 1% right there.
Oh, yes. You're 1% smarter. 1%.
Well, I don't know what 1% smarter, but I know one more word.
Okay. What are we going to do? That's actually 2 words. Countertransference is a phrase. 2 words. Your math was off. Countertransference. It's 2 words. It's not compound. Cool, eh? So you're 2% better. You're 2% smarter this week.
Well, now 3, because I found out that, it's 2 words. And
it's a phrase.
It's a phrase.
3%. Wow. We know what? We're shooting too low. We need to raise our expectations for this show.
So should it be 2% better?
Let's go 3.
No. Let's stay 1%. We don't want to set the bar too high here.
Let's start with sand. Let's start with mud. That's
Mud?
right. We're going to start as low as we can. We're going to give people sand so that if we ever do get a good one, then they'll be happy. And then it'll be, yay. Okay, so what will you do? What will we do?
No, what went bad?
What went bad? Oh, we did
the bad. Well,
we did the bad. Couldn't have got much worse, I think.
Well, for you.
Yeah.
Emma still loves me.
That's good.
The jury's still out on Luke. So do you dangle the keys and he runs away, or does he actually come running?
No.
Okay, that's bad.
No, yeah. Thanks, dude.
So I don't know. Maybe we have a minus 1% this week.
You already feel bad. You're just rubbing.
So we have to go 2%. We have to go 2%.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did we learn?
I think we learned the whole countertransference thing, that I need to stop.
Right.
Putting my expectations on him, and I need to stay in dad mode, and not expect him to come up to my level, but I need to stay in dad mode. And sometimes dad mode means that I need to give him his space and allow him to be himself, and remember that he's not going to give anything back to me, because if he does, it's his choice. If it's not his choice, just need to give him his space. I can't expect that, So that's kind of what I learned. Don't expect my son to interact with me, as a 30 or 40-year-old. Yeah, that would be a bad expectation. Right. So I need to stop that. What'd you learn?
Well, just what you were saying. We need to not have expectations already figured out in our minds. Like, I'm going to do this, so therefore that's going to happen, right? We have to realize that the kids, we need to give them space, and they are their own being. Mm-hmm. As much as we want to impart all our wisdom and all our habits, all our great habits and good decisions, we have to realize that they have to be themselves. Yeah. And we have to be okay with that. There's a hard one right there. We have to be okay.
That's hard. I have to be okay letting my kids make mistakes. Yeah. Because I can't get,
I know. That's tough.
That is tough. It's heartbreaking sometimes. Yeah.
I know this isn't really a father thing, but I remember years ago when my wife was letting Emma walk to school for the first time by herself.
Isn't that scary?
I'm completely fine with this.
Oh, okay.
By this time I already have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Right. So this is old hat to me. Right. But I'm watching her watch Emma from the window walking down the street, and I could just see the angst and the apprehension in her, and I just had to encourage her. Yeah. But it's easy, of course, to do it third party when it's yourself. With you and Luke. With me and with all our kids, right? I don't want to favor. I'm showing favoritism here to the kids. I'm so sorry. I love all my kids the same.
Okay, so what are we going to do differently this week to make life 1% better? I'm going to remember that I can't put my adult expectations on my teenagers. I'm going to stay in my dad bubble, and I'm going to allow them to be who they are as teenagers, and I'm going to do my best not to do this countertransference thing where I'm not going to expect them to meet my relational needs. I'm going to continue to be the dad. That's making life 1% better for me. Don't put my adult expectations on my teenagers. That's all I got this week. That's a big one for me.
Well, I'm going to steal one from Rick. Actually, last week he just said ditto.
I did, yeah. Ditto, yeah. Oh, you're doing that right now? Ditto? Okay.
Rick said it the best. I can't top what he said.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we did it again. We just hopefully
did
helped.
what?
Well, we help people make their lives 1% better.
Oh, 1% better. Okay.
Yeah. So
no, we had to go 2 this week because we went down 1, and now we're trying to go up
right
1. So that means 2.
Right,
If my
2.
math is right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll let you know next week.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll do some math stuff, and we'll let you know if that makes sense. Well, it's still 1% better, right? Because it's compound, right? So it's whatever they were from last week, and now we're all this week, and so it's 1%
Okay.
better.
We'll do the math, and we'll get back to you next week.
Okay. Well, that's it from us.
Until next time.
Yeah. See ya. Good job. See, that wasn't so bad, was it?